In the last generation or so, it's always been in elections, what will you do for me? What can the government do for me? Not really how we're going to get along or how we're going to have a better society. What can you give me? Ezra Levant is a student of government. He joins me right now because you have some views on this, and increasingly so, every election you have someone saying, elect me, and I will have the government do this for you. Don't worry about the cost. Are we turning into a real society of just gimmies and it's not going to work in the long run?
Listen, politics is always about fleecing Peter to pay Paul. You can count on the support of Paul. But I believe that there are some issues that people care about that aren't really dollars and cents issues. And I think that if you're smart and careful and compassionate, you can beat the big spenders. Let me give you two examples. One is, and I'm going to get controversial here for a second, people who are born boys but transition to be transgender girls, wanting to play on girls' sports teams. Caitlyn Jenner the other day herself said that's just not fair.
Yeah.
And I think that protecting girls' sports, and if you don't, soon all the born girls will be pushed out by trans girls. It's just physically, they're stronger. That's an example of fighting against wokeism. It's not a dollars and cents issue. It's a right-wrong issue. And if you're compassionate about it, you can beat back the left.
Yeah, but right and wrong doesn't enter into public debate anymore. Well, it really doesn't.
But if you select it, like I look right now at Aaron O'Toole trying to beat Justin Trudeau, and I don't think he can. You can never outspend
Trudeau's offering everything to everybody.
Yeah, if he can outbid Jagmeet Singh, he'll surely outbid Aaron O'Toole. The only way to beat a big spending politician is not by trying to outdo him, but by saying, well, there are some other things that count. Cancel culture, wokeism, anti-Canadian historical revisionism, tearing down John A. Macdonald statues, calling Canada...
I mean, responsible people, responsible bodies are agreeing with that.
Well, that's the thing.
Very few people are standing up, aside from you and me sometimes, about doing that.
Trudeau himself said that Canada committed a genocide. He won't quite bring himself to say China did against the Uyghurs, but he'll say Canadians did. I think that a Canadian who said, look, we'll take care of the needy, we're not going to let everyone continue to earn money for doing nothing. We'll run out of dough. But there are some other things. I think the way to attack a big spender politically is not to outbid him, but to talk about other things and remind Canadians that we believe in more than just free money.
Is the time of personal responsibility come and gone, or can we retrieve that?
Well, I think we've got to retrieve it.
No, we have to, but can we?
I think we can. And I think part of the hope is new Canadians who came here not expecting to be on the dole. And I think there's a natural work ethic and excitement of being here. I think that both old stock Canadians who might say, we don't like socialism, and new Canadians who say, I came here to work. I think you can put together a winning coalition that says, yeah, we don't need your debt, Justin Trudeau.
We aren't going to cancel that culture, though. Ezra Levant, thanks very much. 3 minutes. Our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, recently stood up in the House of Commons and prefaced his remarks by saying, and we will only work from the facts, quote, unquote, and then proceeded to lie by saying Britain was in a horrible, horrible third wave, trying to show, in fact, that Canada was not the worst in the world. Britain, though, had vaccines. Canada did not. And this was not reported in the mainstream Canadian media, the media paid for by Justin Trudeau. All of which, I'm telling you, is that it's important to have this 3-minute interview. Please subscribe, ask your friends to subscribe, and press that PayPal thing so we can continue on to bring you the news you otherwise might not know.